Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Happy Sunday. I hope you're all having a nice relaxing weekend. Well, some of you might be. The rest of you might be trying to go from that 14 wins to the 18 wins to try and get the extra player picks from the objective. So good luck to you if you are doing that. If you do enjoy today's episode though, do me a favour. On this Sunday, shoot for the stars. Let's aim for 3,000 likes. It's a bigger target, but I know you guys can do it. So smash that like button please. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. Click the little notification bell and let me know down below if you are a member of the Noti gang. So squad is obviously has been looking like this. We're going to just literally change things up straight off the get-go here today. And we are going to sell Mbappe. He's the only goal player left in my squad. I think we can have a full special squad. And obviously I want to make use of Overmars and Atal. I want to at least try them for this weekend league. So that happened. That was just like a rip the band-aid off situation. Do we sell Mbappe? I don't want to. But yes, because we would have had too many attackers in our squad otherwise. I then just went through my club, discarding stuff at a rate of knots because there was an icon on the market that I wanted to buy. And it is, I mean, you'll see it literally any second. It is this guy here. And there was a 500k start price on him. But then it had like a minute left, so I needed to get the coins to buy him. But then when I quickly had a little look on the market, someone had dropped one for 490. Buy it now. So great stuff. And it had a shadow, which is exactly what I wanted. So yeah, I bet you weren't expecting that, were you? We've actually bought ourselves a prime Roy Keane to replace like Renato Sanchez. We've got like a full-on, out-and-out defensive midfielder who should be an absolute rock. I hope. Anyway. So, Mahrez is going to say goodbye to this team. He's not going to be included in this squad. Obviously, I wanted to try him, but we've been so fortunate to get Atal and actually get an Icon Moments in a pack that I should really be trying both of those out. So, this right here is the new team. I'm going to have to apply some position modifiers, which I had to go out and buy a couple. So, I went and bought 2 Cam to CMs, CF to Cam. I don't know. I spent about 10k. It was awful. They do cost a lot, those things. Maybe even more than 10k to get those 3 position modifiers. But we needed it to bring Atal down. We needed to bring Roy Keane down. And we needed to move Overmars to a left forward because he'll be on 7 chemistry, but there's just not much more I can really do about that. Like, I think no matter where he plays for me, he's probably going to be on 7 chem just because, let's face it, we've already got Neymar, and to have him on 7 either as a centre mid or a striker means that it can link 2 leagues together and stuff, so that's probably how it's always going to be. He still gets some moderate stat boosts though, and I'm going to change him, or I might have already changed him to an artist chemistry style because I don't necessarily care too much about the shooting stats. I just want to boost the dribbling and the passing as my Cam. That's what I want from him. I want him to get involved in those areas. So a Dutch manager coming in over our Payras. I'm not too happy about that, if I'm honest. But we do need a Dutch manager because it's going to be the only way to get Overmars from 6 to 7 chem. Put the correct league on him, and everyone else will be up. You know, brings Tierney back up to 7 as well if we put the Premier League manager on there. So that's the new squad. It's going to obviously play in either the 4-2-2 or the 4-4-2. Mainly the 4-2-2, I think. And it was just a case of switching stuff around because, of course, we've got different players in different positions now. And this is how I'm going to play it. So Keane and Aouar as the DMs. Bernardo Silva and Overmars as a cam rather than him as a striker, and then Atal and Neymar as the strikers up front. Do you think that's the right way round? Is Atal up front and Overmars at cam correct? Should it be flipped around? I'm curious to know what you think about that because I sat there for a few minutes deliberating what I should do, but I think the 4-star skills and 5-star weak foot of Atal is going to prove more beneficial up front, I think. You'll have to let me know though what you think down below. So at this point, obviously, we realise that, yeah, the weekend league this weekend is going to offer out something a bit more. The Player Days weekend league, if you win 10 games of Foot Champs, you're going to get an extra player pick. And it says 1 of 3 Foot Champions players there, but I know it's 1 of 5 Foot Champions players. And that can be for anyone from the first 25 team of the weeks. So that one's pretty good. It's just an extra player pick. If you win 18 games, you get 1 of 3 choice of all 3 players being over 87 rated. And then if you get 24 wins, first off, GG, because you're a god at the game. And you'd get a pick of one of 3 of an 88 plus red player picks from all of the Team of the Weeks combined. So, for me, what that means is that we can either stop at 14 and we would get that extra player pick just from getting our 10th win anyway. If the weekend league is going good and I'm not hating it, and I'm not really hating it, and I'm fairly enjoying it, I think I can get there. I will try to push to 18 wins to get that extra red player pick for you guys for the content. However, what I think is most important for you guys to realise, and what I would advise to all of you out there, is if you're playing the weekend league, don't be chasing something, right? If you get too stressed and it's ruining your weekend, stop. Don't worry about it. It's just a couple of extra player picks. For me, it's a little bit different. I need to get up to that gold 3 because it gives me days of content and then rewards later in the week and stuff. And as a content creator, I need to do that. But yeah, like, don't force yourself to get up to 18 or to get up to 24 wins if you're capable of that. If you're just if it's going to completely destroy your mood and ruin your weekend, don't let it have that much onus over you. Like, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Like, some days you'll get gold 3 and you'll pack an icon moments player. That happened to me a couple of days ago, and it isn't just content creators that get the great luck. Loads of people out there get the crazy luck as well. So don't even worry about it. Your time will come. So anyway, we need to go into... I'm going to play the first few games of the weekend league here. Took 36 minutes, but Atal is off the mark for the club. He gets his first goal there, and it was a nice little assist, I think, from Neymar maybe. But he... this first game felt really weird, because all of my players kind of felt all over the place, and... my strikers were kind of just like wandering offside, and I'm talking like even Neymar, who's someone I trust and I know his positioning and stuff on the pitch, so I don't know quite what was really going on, but my opponent, to be fair to him, scored a really beautiful goal, a lovely like chip, and from that he equalised against me. So we go into the second half trying to win this game, and I thought I was going to come away with a loss in my first game 3 weeks in a row, because that's what we've done the last 2 weeks. But fortunately here, we are able to at least try and force a chance, try and make a little bit of space in order to get a goal. Doesn't happen from this situation, but trust me, it's going to come. It's going to happen. Neymar just getting through here. Fake Rabona in it, cutting it inside, cutting it back outside again, knocking it to Bernardo Silva, and he's the one that gets the goal. Yeah, I mean, we finally go 2-1 up. It's 75 minutes on the clock. We're 2-1 up. 78 minutes on the clock. We're going to make it 3-1 here. Bernardo Silva this time just cutting it back for Neymar. He did it to him the time before. You know, they're working all together. I have to show the value and importance of someone like Bernardo Silva on this game. He is genuinely one of the best SBCs I've done this year. What an absolute player he is. I really, really like him. So we come away with a 3-1 win in our first FUT Champs game. Finally, we don't lose one for the first game. So motivation levels sat there pretty good. I mean, not the best because the servers didn't feel amazing, and also obviously I felt like my players were kind of everywhere, so I needed to try and fix that. Double check my instructions and my tactics just to make sure things were on the right path, and they were. So I guess it's maybe just new players with new work rates. I've just kind of got to figure it out. We finally hit level 29. Got like just under a week left, obviously, to get the 8,000 XP or whatever it is to unlock ourselves a Kanji or Kovacic. I take the Sorceress there for some reason. Decided to do that. Mahrez I sold. Simply because, so this was recorded all just before 6 PM on Friday night, before the Copa Libertadores stuff came out, and everyone was talking about a huge market crash. So whilst Mahrez was still roughly at what I bought him for, I thought I would offload him. He's not the sort of player that I'm going to bring on as a substitute. I've got Ryan Kent for that. I've got Dan James for that, and like other pacey players. So yeah, like I decided to just offload from him. It was a short but very sweet time with Mahrez. Obviously, I wanted him for the squad, But as events unfolded and we got ourselves Overmars and we got ourselves Atal, it just forces my hand to change the team. And it leaves us with $250,000 in the bank should we want to do any SBCs and stuff from the copper stuff. So yeah, let me know, by the way, what you think about that promo and like some of the players. Are any of them going to fit your squad? Are there any objectives or SBCs that you think you're going to try and complete? I'm curious as to know what you guys are planning for that. Is there any triangles of chemistry that would that you could get these players for to go into your teams? I'm pretty curious. So game number 2, we end up coming away with a 2-0 victory. All right, nice. 2-0 against someone with a pretty stacked team and a rage quit. Like, I didn't expect that, if I'm honest. I then finally changed the numbers of my players because that was kind of doing my head in game as well. Made sure that I put Atal as number 9. I've given Overmars 11 because I think that was his number back in the Arsenal days, I think. And then I think Roy Keane was number 16. He was either number 6 or number 16. I've got a feeling it was 6 for Ireland and then 16 for Man United. I'm not actually a massive fan of him. Like, obviously, he was an Ipswich manager for a while. I think he kind of, like, it was the start of the destruction of what has become Ipswich Town. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Roy Keane. But I just wanted to try him, and it was between him and maybe, like, prime Frank Rijkaard as to get for, like, a CDM. Just figured I would try an icon. You never know how long someone like that's going to last. If I don't enjoy them, or I think that there's maybe a player that could fit my squad better, then I'll always offload and get that player to fit my team that I would more enjoy if I'm not loving a particular CDM. But I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. I'll see how he does, and we'll go from there. So this game was also pretty tough. It was 1-0 to me. I was saying to my mates in Discord, I think, even though I'm winning this game 1-0, I think I'm going to lose. And, I mean, luckily we end up going 2-0 up. Bernardo Silva then chips the goalkeeper off the bar. Unfortunate for him. Probably on a strong foot, that one goes in. But as a 3-star weak foot chip, it got a little bit more elevation and stuff to it, which put it off target a bit more. But eventually we come away with the 3-0 goal here. Atal is the one to score it. And I felt fairly lucky, if I'm being honest here. But then the game kind of opened up. I guess my opponent really went for it in the end to try and get back. You're not going to get back from 3-0. But it gave me a couple more opportunities. And his player of the month, Courtois, was making some banging saves. So in the end, that probably could have been more than 3-0, but maybe shouldn't have even deserved to be there in the first place. Although, looking at the stats, I kind of did all right, I guess. It just didn't feel that easy. So 3-0, lovely start to the weekend league. Normally, I would stop there, but I decided to just play one more because I was, in a good mood and things were going all right. We come up against Son, Aubameyang, Prime Rijkaard, which is someone that I was obviously thinking of buying, like I just mentioned. Mane and Salah. Like, there's some good players, and this is a fairly meta team. It's just not quite as stacked as what I've got. I think I'd out-team this guy. It's probably fair to say, knowing some of the players that I've got in my team. And 5th minute on the clock, he whips it in, and Son gets the header there. He gets ahead of Ronald Koeman to put him 1-0 up. But I run straight down the other end. It's sort of like 5 minutes later, and Neymar just sort of ball rolls it, gets that space to shoot where it's not going to get AI blocked, and we get the equaliser. So 1-1 after 10 minutes. Christ. No, make that 2-1 after 12 minutes. He kick off me, earned a corner, scored from the corner. I then straight off kick-offed him here. Ball roll to goal for Neymar. 13 minutes on the clock, and it is 2-2 in this game, or 14 minutes on the clock, and it is 2-2. That's how terrible the keepers were being in this game, and the defenders were being in this game. I then actually get my first goal with Overmars. 20 minutes on the clock, we are 3-2 up. Crazy to think there's already been 5 goals in this match. And then Neymar earns a penalty 25th minute in. Could this be what separates me from my opponent finally? So I'm going to step up with Ronald Koeman. And I'm doing my thing again where I aim left and then go down the middle. And by the boot of Areola, we are stopped from scoring that goal. He literally did dive the way I wanted him to. But his leg was just dangling, and it was able to save that penalty. And I missed the next couple of chances as well. So in areas where we could have just put this game away, haven't quite been able to do that. We get in here with Aouar to Bernardo Silva. so clearly offside, but hey, we did get the ball in the net. And then 38, 39 minutes on the clock, so we're just approaching the half-time. Pretty poor defending from me, like dragging defenders all over the show there. I don't know what I was doing, but he gets the free opportunity to score with Son, and he takes it. So we're going to go into half-time here, and it's 3-3. It's looking better for me, but hey, my opponent's had 3 shots, 3 on target, 3 goals. I need to work on that. I need to stop letting him get those guaranteed goal opportunities. But we push forward in the second half. Overmars is going to assist for Atal here. So 1 goal, 1 assist for Moments Overmars. Thank God he's finally sort of getting off the mark a little bit, because it's been very quiet for him. I think he's going to be super limited with the 3-star skills. Look at this, by the way. Bernardo with a lovely ball through. And I saw that keeper just jolt off his line a bit. So I went for the chip. And it was oh so lovely to go 5-3 up there. I knew I was never safe in this game. He knocks it through to Son, and we all know what Son's like in front of goal. Genuinely so clinical. He's a great player. If you have a Prem team and you haven't got Son in it, and you've got a spare 80k, just get him, because he's worth it. He's such a good player. My opponent nearly came back at me there, hitting the bottom side of the bar, I think with Orsic. But then we decided to go on a little counter-attack from that one. I mean, it was quite a hit-and-hope kind of shot from him, but to hit the underside of the bar shows that Orsic has 90 shooting or whatever. But we're pushing forward here. As you can see, we've got 4 men on the attack. Bernardo knocks it into Neymar. A ball roll the goalkeeper. Take the strike, but he's got Varane on the line, so it's not able to go in to just seal the deal in this match. Luckily, we hold out and come away with the 5-4 victory. What a tough one that was. Yeah, a really, really difficult game. But that's 4-0. So that's a better start for us in the weekend league than we've had in a while. Normally, I've lost the first game, so I'm glad that we're where we're at. The team, so far, so good. Roy Keane, 2 assists in the 4 games we've played. Been pretty solid as that CDM as well. 4 goals, 1 assist for Atal, so he's scoring every game. I'm liking that about him. And a quiet start from Overmars, but I do kind of like his pace and stuff out on the wing. I just wonder how long he's going to last before I get bored and annoyed with that 3-star skills. Maybe he comes into it a little bit more. I'm not too sure. But guys, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up as we end the video here today. Like I said, we're going for 3,000 likes. Come and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a lovely Sunday. I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.